What's up, folks? It's your man Jay, and we're gonna be talking about the Galaxy Fold. It is a Thursday afternoon, and I watched my first video, not on the Galaxy Fold, but just someone talking about the Galaxy Fold, and we're going to discuss not what the person was saying, but more along the lines of I'm going to dig a little bit deeper on my thoughts about what's happening with the Galaxy Fold and the direction of that device and just things in general. So it's a Thursday afternoon. I don't know what time it is where you're at, but it's 1:30 p.m. On the 18th of April. And I just I was recording some footage for something else. And um, I want to also clarify a few things too, because I think some people got in their feelings on my last video, and it wasn't even. I'm not generally a pessimistic person, but nonetheless, I'm 100 all the way with you. So we're going to talk about the Galaxy Fold, and what I'm starting to see now is in my other video I talked about the media, and Samsung has already addressed the media. Let me open up a separate window here so I can catch the comments here from you guys. Appreciate you guys joining me on a Thursday afternoon. So if you're at work, you know what I'm saying, plug your earphones in, you know, comment when you can, and let's have some fun. Let's discuss things. So, but yeah, what device I'm using? I'm using the, just so you know, I'm using the Moto G7's front camera with the live streaming coming directly from the camera app, and got my G8 right here on hand, got my trusty iPad. So we're going to talk about, we're just going to briefly cover a few things that's happening with the Galaxy Fold. So to be fair, a whole bunch of Galaxy Folds are not messing up. Reason being is there's not a whole bunch of them out there. There's a few people, and I pointed this out in my other video, there's maybe 5 to 10 people that possibly are reporting an issue of the hundreds of Galaxy Folds that the media sent out, right? Those press kits is what they are. So, a few people made a mistake. One person peeled off the screen protector. Another person's, or a couple of other people's, one side of the display stopped working, the other side is still working. A bunch of different things are happening. So I want to cover one thing that I keep hearing, and shout out to everybody who's stopping by on a Thursday early afternoon just to chat about the Galaxy Fold and possibly some other tech that's coming. So the first thing I want to cover, because I think some people got really upset in that first video that I put out and took things personal, which folks never take things personal that are being said on someone's video. It's just that person's perspective. You don't have to like the person, but you got to at least respect that that's their point of view. And it's comical that people say, oh, you only like people's comments who like your videos. That's silly too. I definitely respond to all types of comments. Even when the guy called me ignorant in the other video, I told him, obviously I said something that struck a nerve because you took that personal, It's what it is. But the first thing I want to cover is the fact that people are saying this is a first-gen device. Listen, there are a ton of first-gen devices. We know this. We know that there are a ton of, everything has to be a first gen. Everything has to be a first gen if you're going to bring it to the surface. There's always going to be a first gen product. You know what I'm saying? So that's not really an issue. It doesn't matter that this is a first gen product, because my response to that is, listen, Samsung, John just said it before I could even get it out. Shout out to John in the comments. He said, Samsung, go back to the drawing board. Some people are saying they've been working on this for 5 years, folks. 5 years. And I don't doubt it. It doesn't matter that this is a first gen product. Okay? It doesn't matter. This product, in my opinion, without even having it in my hand, I am a tech enthusiast. I'm a tech influencer. However, I bear more on the side of looking out for the customers, so I don't want them to get got all the time. we know that this is a first gen issue. We know it's a first gen product. But this isn't the first time that someone has made a flip open display. Those other companies just didn't take off as well because of whatever reason. No, not enough marketing, or people don't like the company, things like that. Some people say, well, you were defending ZTE with the Axon M. No, I was not defending the Axon M. I was making a point of their product didn't have these types of problems. Okay? If you're going to bring something to the market, Samsung has proven it in the past. They've brought out plenty, they've started the trend on a lot of things, folks. They've started the trend on a lot of things. The Galaxy Note being one of their best that they've ever done. So let me check my audio real quick. Okay, yeah, it's just good. But Samsung right now is surprising to me, and you guys know that I like Samsung. I buy pretty much all their products. But in the same token, my YouTube channel is not based around promoting things that are way outside of a realistic goal. Samsung can definitely bring this product to the market. They can bring it out. I'm saying it can sell very well, and they can do very well. They can set the benchmark. But the purpose of the other video, they're not setting the benchmark. They're not setting the benchmark, and that is truly a buyer. You need to look out for this. Even it doesn't matter that the media has it right now. YouTube media has it right now. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter that it's a first gen phone. Doesn't matter. Yes, I'm still driving it daily, the G8. But Samsung, if they have been working on this for 5 years, what does that say about what this is going to be like? I watch one of my favorite YouTubers. I'm not going to say his name, but he pretty much kind of almost downplayed the fact that it's a first gen product. It's a first gen product. Listen, if they've been working on this for 3 to 5 years, it should be ready. And you don't release something at a really high price up front just to make the price go down later. Because what you're doing is, like I said in my other video, they want us to fund their product for them and help them pay for it and push it along. And then maybe in 5 years, we'll only charge $1,000. Come on, son. Come on, man. Stop it. Now, that thing about it being a first gen, hey, some people could agree with that. I buy a lot of things for my channel. Like 99% of the things on the channel, I purchase them. And that doesn't make me any better than any other reviewer. It doesn't make me any less. But I also get review units. And to me, when I see the media, honestly, how I personally feel about the YouTube media people, I don't think they can handle getting free products, to be honest. Just based on what I'm seeing now, it's just weird. Shout out to everybody in the stream joining. I appreciate you guys joining me on a Thursday afternoon, taking time out of your day. If you're at work, put your earbuds in, put me off to the side, and just keep an eye out. So, the fact that a lot of the media is saying, oh, this is just a first gen, it's only a couple of people it's happening to, I understand that. But I don't care if it's a first gen. This product is due to release on April 26th. That's next week. It's next week. So why would the media make excuses for this company if when other companies have tried, it didn't even turn out like there wasn't even issues like this, and they still slammed them? What's going on? I see Tech Randy here. Some of you guys taking a break from your busy work day. I appreciate it. Yeah, much love. But I feel like it's a shame that the media, the YouTube media, is making excuses for Samsung in this instance. Some people say, oh, Jay, you hate Samsung. You guys don't follow me. If you think I hate Samsung, you're absolutely wrong. I was featured in one of Samsung's commercials. I buy every Samsung product. Come on, man. Just be realistic in your response. You know what I'm saying? It's not about hating Samsung. It's about calling it out like it is. That's the first thing I want to cover is that people are saying, the media, the YouTube media is saying, it's a first gen product. We got to go easy on them. And unfortunately, people who follow the media are saying it too. Oh, it's a first gen, Jay, you tripping. All right. Okay. I'm tripping. All right. I'm tripping, but I'm not buying it. So that's just me. You do what you want to do. I'm going to do what I want to do. And I'm gonna continue to try to look out for the average consumer. So the next thing I wanted to cover, because I had a checklist, but I'm not good at the going down a script, so I just said I'm gonna freestyle it. It was the first gen thing, and the next thing is what was it that they were saying? God, somebody help me. This is all over the place. Did I read online? They were saying it's the first. Oh, I got it. The second thing is people were saying, oh, it's not for the average consumer. This is for the techie. Come on, man. Listen, this phone, like every other product that's coming out, is not just for techies. My case in point was this. My case in point was this. If in fact this is for the techies, why did Samsung put it on all major carriers? Why are they selling it globally if it's just for techies? Somebody answer that question for me, because I'm totally confused. If this is just for techies, why is it that it's on all major carriers, and why are they selling it globally? I just want to know. Somebody, I'm going to check the comments because I'm sure somebody's going to tell me I'm wrong, and I want to see what your rebuttal is or what your response to that is. If this is just for techies, tell me why they have it globally. There's a global launch. Technically, T in the house. What's going on? I see you, man. Tell me if this is just for techies, why is it being launched globally? Just tell me that. I gotta know. Appreciate the super chat. I see you there, RBA crew. Yeah, I'm curious to see who this is. Because people are saying there's a lot of people that were attacking me on my other video, which I respect it. I'm not mad. I just like to have fun with this. They were saying, oh, no, Jay, you're wrong. This is just for techies. This isn't for the average consumer. So tell me who it's for then. If it's just for techies, why are they releasing it globally and putting it on all major carriers? Gotta know. I gotta check these comments too. David Rice says I have no response because okay, so I know it's meant to be a joke. Somebody said techies are globally too. Yeah, they are, but techies aren't on all major carriers either. You sure can, Jack. You can buy a couple of things. So pretty much that's what people are saying about that. Easy E in the house. Easy. I got a bone to pick with you, man. You got a little. You was getting crazy last night on that live stream. You was y'all was buck wilding. I was gonna say, hey, let me come out. Like, oh, I can't go on this stream. I'll let y'all have y'all fun. Y'all was having fun though. You was getting buck wild though, E. Bring it back, man. Bring it back, son. You was getting buck wild on them. Anyway, so if you're just joining in, man, I'm talking about a couple of things that's been happening with the Galaxy Fold and how the media is basically downplaying everything. You see what I'm saying? They're downplaying everything. So the first thing I covered was what did I cover? I got a bad memory, y'all. Right now I'm on this thing about you gonna have to rewind because my memory's bad. But right now, people are saying it's just for techies. It's not just for techies, folks. Samsung wants all of your money. They want everyone's money. They want everyone's money. They're not just targeting techies with this phone. Like some people used to say, oh, the Galaxy Note is just for business users. The Galaxy Note is not just for business users. The Galaxy Note is for everybody that wants to buy it. That's just what it is. So Dean says it's not on all major carriers. Okay, Dean. All right. I understand. It's upsetting to you, that you want to support this product. You might think that I don't want to support this product just based on, some of the things I'm saying, but that's not the case. This is just a situation where I'm tired of the two major companies, Apple and Samsung, getting passes. Shout out to Easy E, no fluff, no pass, getting passes and people downplaying things so that the media can push it along and all the consumers, the average consumers, rich get rich, poor stay poor. This is the old terminology, man. Rich get rich, poor stay poor. And this is how it's done. You get the media, YouTube media, to push this product and tell you it's not all of them. It's not all of them. It's just a few of them. And they're right. They're absolutely right. There's only maybe 5 to 10 things that are 10 devices out there that are messing up for those people. That's not, I don't even care about any of that at this point. All I care about is the media pushing certain things when it comes to this phone. It's crazy. So it's not just for techies. And the media is downplaying the things that are happening with the phone. The next thing is this, the price tag. So I heard someone say, and again, I don't like to disrespect people or name drop in a derogatory way. Keep it civil. I'll just quote what they said, and basically what they said was, um, the price is going to come down in a couple of years after we're about 3 generations in. Okay. And I talked about this earlier. Some people now I want to address that comment, and I'm just speaking from my perspective. I want to address them because I'm man enough. I'm man enough to take my glasses off so you can see my eyes. I'm man enough to come back and say I apologize to those people who I offended in my previous video when I said you weren't in my tax bracket. Feel better now? The people who got offended by that comment, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you should probably go watch my other video that I did on the Galaxy Fold. Some people seem to, I was talking about pretty much the phone is overpriced, and you're crazy if you want to convince yourself as an average consumer that $2,000 is okay. I think technically he was talking about in his video, he was like, and I said it in my video too, the current iPhones and the current Galaxy S10 are almost $2,000. But the fact that they have the audacity to put a $2,000 price tag on this thing just because it opens up, because this is Samsung hand saying, give me your money, sucker. I mean, it just bugs me out, man. I don't feel comfortable promoting something that costs $2,000 to the average consumer. The Samsung Galaxy Fold is supposed to make life easier for the average consumer. So for those out there saying it's just for techies, this is for the average consumer. What Samsung is trying to do is they're trying to get you to drop your tablet. You know why? Because Apple's running the tablet game. Folks, let's get real now. Apple's running the tablet game. There's no other tablet that I would ever want to use. I got like 5 tablets, some good ones. They want you to drop that tablet. They want you to drop that tablet, and they want you to use one device. A lot of companies have tried this. It's almost impossible. Another thing is the fact that they got this number next to it, and I have now, the media works. The media definitely works because there's average consumers, and I know you guys I can tell an average consumer and a techie. People saying, oh my gosh, you're complaining about the price. You don't have one. It's not even out yet. You don't want this product to succeed. Why do I care if Samsung makes money? Why should that be your argument? Oh, I hope they sell millions. Are they giving you some? You're an average consumer, man. Well, you should be trying to get the best deal. Here's the thing, and I'm gonna get to that tax bracket thing. I think I covered it for the most part. I've already apologized to the people that were offended by my tax bracket thing. Listen, you don't want to be in a certain tax bracket and be irresponsible. So people who were offended by my tax bracket comment, okay, I said I was sorry, I apologize, but obviously you were offended because of whatever reason you personally have. But I say to the average consumer, you are crazy if you go out and spend $70 a month, and especially if you're on T-Mobile. Man, if you're on T-Mobile, they don't float $2,000-$3,000 like AT&T and all these other companies. They only float about $700 or so. So you're gonna have to put down about $1,200 just to get. And you consider this now. Consider this. The price of this thing. And some people are really on this first gen thing. That was my first thing. They were saying it was a first gen. I'm making an excuse for a first gen. Second thing is they thought it was techies. The next is the price. The price of this thing is $2,000 before taxes. And I initially had put it in for a sign up or whatever, but I thought I don't feel comfortable telling my subscriber base that it's okay to finance something for $2,000. That's a phone. I don't believe now. This is a first gen. I'm not gonna fund a first gen device so they can make a ton of money and then they decide they're not gonna bring it out. I think what they should do is humble themselves and kick it back to the drawing board. But it surprises me how many people are saying Oh, Jay, you way off, man. It's my money. I'm gonna spend it how I want to spend it. Well, you know what, player, baller? Spend your $2,000 how you want to spend it. I respect it. However, I've said it a million times. If you see that device on this channel, I did not pay for it. I don't set, I'm trying to set a realistic goal and be a tech reviewer and still look out for the average consumer. And I see how hard that is. Either I gotta pick sides. If you after you get so far along on YouTube, you gotta start picking a side. I choose to stay. I can't do it. I can't go all the way over to the media side, and at the same time, I'm teetering off of being an average consumer. But the best part for me is I don't take YouTube that serious. When people get in the comments, and say, "Oh, you're this, you're that," you don't have $2,000, or you're judging a product before you get it. Ask yourself this. Take a second and listen to what I'm getting ready to say. If those people were not in the media, the YouTube media, would they go out and buy all these products that they have for their YouTube channel? Would they do it? Just ask yourself that. Just a question. If they were not a part of YouTube media, would they have all these products? Would they be spending all their cash going out, buying all these products to bring you reviews? Would they do it? Some might do it because some of these guys are smart. They got like master's degrees. They may have good jobs. But like I said, reality is most of the people in the real world, a cell phone is not at the top of their list. A car is, a house, something like that, or building that new shed, or you know what I'm saying, taking care of their mom that's in a home, or the dad's dying. Those are important things in life, not a $2,000 cell phone. So let me rewind one more time. I'm not bashing Samsung. I'm not bashing the Galaxy Fold, but I have a voice. And I choose to use my voice in the part of the media which I fit in to keep people grounded. If you are defending a $2,000 cell phone saying it's a first gen, Jay, you don't know what you're talking about. It's a first gen. The third gen's gonna be better. I respect your opinion. Not too bright, but I respect your opinion. If it was face to face, I'd tell you the same thing. Not too bright if you're going to spend $2,000 on a cell. It doesn't matter if you got $50,000 in your savings account. You got $128,000 in your other bonds over there. Do you have money to spend? You just got money to spend? Of course not. Those are savings. That's for something down the line, man. Just because I have a $15,000 credit card limit, I bet you don't see $15,000 used. Come on, wake up, man. I mean, Samsung is a fantastic company. I've purchased nearly every product from them. However, they're not going to have me making excuses because you want me to co-sign that this $2,000 phone has a 4.5 inch, 720p display on the front. It might be 800 and something. I didn't really check. It's not a quad HD display on the front. This type of technology it's going in the right direction, folks. It is going in the right direction. However, I'm not going to give them a shot where easy at. They don't get a pass from me by trying to slap a $2,000 price tag on it, and it doesn't have an IP rating. It doesn't have a headphone jack. It's got a 4.5 inch display on the front. It's like 20 millimeters thick, and it folds open with a hinge that we don't know how long it's going to last. It's got a plastic display. I mean, what else? What else don't you like about it? Those are things that I looked at. Because you think about how we complain about the current devices, right? We complain about the current devices. It doesn't have wireless charging, man. It doesn't have wireless charging, and that phone might cost $550. OnePlus 6T, great example. It doesn't have wireless charging, bro. It doesn't even have an IP rating. I'm not paying $650 for that phone. Are you serious right now?
I'm serious.
Siri popping up. Cancel that, Siri. Get up out of here. But yeah, man, I gotta tell you, I'm surprised at how the media affects the average consumer. Like, I mean, I know this is YouTube, I know this is about tech, but I tend to like to give you real world examples. So you're watching TV and you see the kids that they show us in Africa with flies all on them, and they don't have no food. You just give 19 cents a day will help those children. How do you feel about that when you see that? I mean, they get you to feeling real sorry. Oh my God, I got to give 19 cents a day to help these children. There are okay, so step outside of your bowl for a second and read something other. If you like tech, enjoy your tech. Whatever your passion is, enjoy it. But take a second sometimes and step outside of what you like, which is in your comfort zone, and research something that you don't know anything about. That's how you become smarter. You got to read and educate yourself. Apply that rule to yourself and apply it back to your tech. And I guarantee you will sit amongst yourself and you'll sit amongst your techie friends, and you'll start saying, man, I have this $999 phone, but I also got this $289 phone. And yeah, it's from last year, but it's still good and it's doing everything I want it to do. Here's what I think about the folding devices. Now, remember what I told you this means. Give me your money. Money. It's all about money, folks. It's all about money. I've had a few people say, oh, shoot, I got it. You know what I'm saying? These are people in the comments. And respect, hey, respect. I respect you. Straight up. I respect you. However, rich people don't brag about being rich because poor people don't brag about being poor. The guy who has a lot of money in the bank, you'll never know it. So remember this. What you see on the surface is only like what, 1%? It's about 1%, right? The other 99% is the truth. Consider that, folks. Apply that rule to everything. To everything. Especially, this is why I don't watch the news, because we know what they're going to promote. I won't get into the political side, but we know what we're going to see. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing applies to tech. Now, for people out there that still think I'm hating on someone else, or, I'm just mad because I didn't get a review unit. Hey, I didn't get a review unit. I'm not the only tech reviewer that didn't get a review unit, but I'm also not a part of the media. And I just feel like if the media had to kick out that cash all the time, and they were grinding like that guy who just passed 800 subscribers, or like that lady who just passed 300 subscribers, or that YouTuber who's been in the game for 5 years and they only got 20,000 subscribers. If they were grinding like those people, and I'm not saying that they're not grinding right now, or they didn't grind at one point. My point is, if they were not a part of the media and their front porch wasn't full of all these packages that they didn't pay for, what would they be saying? That's it. What would they think about all these products? Some people, I had a guy told me, he told me, he said, I think you've forgotten, he basically said, you forgot where you came from, and I'm enjoying a different side of YouTube. Not yet, because I'm definitely still grounded in reality. And me calling out Samsung like this should be a wake-up call for the people that honestly believe that I've sold out. Yeah, it's not going to happen. But the Samsung Galaxy Fold, I told you what I'm going to do. I'm going to try my best to get some hands-on time with it. Getting hands-on time with a phone is not going to make me say, oh, I was wrong. I'm only stating factual things here. Doesn't have a headphone jack, right? Doesn't have an IP rating. It has a 4.5-inch display on the front. Does it have wireless charging? I don't remember if it did. You know what I'm saying? Malik, what's going on, man? You didn't miss too much, man. I've been kind of covering some topics. I appreciate the super chat. I've been covering a few things on what the media is addressing about this phone, and pretty much how people are kind of downplaying it. It's not that we don't want a product to succeed, because if you're into technology, you want to see the next step. And factually, this is close to the next step, but it's not it. And I can guarantee you on April 26th, pre-orders are not going to be 2 million, 3 million. It's not going to happen, man. It's not going to happen. Remember this. Money. Give me your money. Remember that. Because the Galaxy Fold is here, and We want our tech to be here, but not at the expense of a $2,000 price tag where you want me. Because how many of you guys, we all went to college. Well, most of us went to college. I respect most people went to college. Um, just stop complaining about the bad things. I hope you, if you think I'm complaining about the bad things, you just another person that's fooled by the media. Spend your money how you want to spend it, man. I mean, that's just you. Buy what you want to buy. Buy what you want to buy. I'm not complaining about the bad things. I'm just stating factual things that are there. So if you're confirming, you're actually concurring with what I'm saying and saying, oh, Jay, you're actually right. It does have a 4.5-inch display. It doesn't have an IP rating. It doesn't have a headphone jack. Innovation does not come with a price tag. That is the silliest thing I've ever heard. You must work in the media. Hey, respect to you, man, but I love to have a conversation respectfully. If you can articulate respectfully, we definitely can have a conversation. But innovation does not come with a price tag. Everybody who took a marketing class, raise your hand. Raise your hand in the comments if you took a marketing class. I took a marketing class, all right? In college, I'm talking about. Not high school level, marketing 101. Remember that class? Remember what they told you? They said, they talk about the average consumer. They say they don't know what they want. We're gonna tell them what they want. Anybody remember your teacher saying that? The consumers don't know what they want. We're gonna tell them what they want. We're gonna make them buy this product. How do we do it? We're gonna pick a certain amount of people or a certain thing that they like the most. We're gonna keep putting it in front of them. We're gonna keep putting it in front of them. Don't be fooled by this, man. I'm not, like I said, if you just join the stream, I'm not trying to deter anyone from buying the Galaxy Fold. But my voice is going to be used the way I want it to be used on this channel. I'm not going to try to promote something and tell the average consumer to dig themselves into a grave over a cell phone. The Galaxy Fold is a good direction. It is going to be nice when it's ready. How is it that we're going to take a step backwards and raise the price? Because this is the trend nowadays. We're going to take things away and we're going to raise the price. We're going to go backwards on a few things, and we're just going to tell them that this is the direction we're going in. So get on board, or you're going to get left. You know? Yeah, I mean, order it. I applaud the people that are going to buy. Again, it's not a deterrent to tell people not to buy. I'm just telling you. One side note here. It seems that when people see, a lot of people are afraid to say what they really want to say, and some people look to somebody else to say it because you might feel like, oh, I don't want to lose this person, I don't lose my job, blah, blah, blah. I've never been that type of person, and I'm telling you, I have met face to face with Samsung execs. I've talked to the vice president, the president face to face. Nice people, but business is business, and they want our money, so they don't get a pass if I don't like a product. You don't have to watch me, I guess I could say. You don't have to come to the channel, but this is what you get when you come to my channel, son. I'm not going to be sidestepping things. And Samsung isn't the first company that I've addressed an issue with that I felt like some type of way about it. I just don't like that the media is pushing this thing. And consider this, folks. It comes out in a week. It's just crazy that the media is downplaying the factual things and almost promoting the things that it doesn't have and telling you you don't need those anymore. Or you don't need a headphone jack anymore. Yeah, no, you don't need this. Samsung has done great with headphone jack. Why couldn't they put a headphone jack on this phone? I'm just curious. It's nothing more than two screens together. They just built a better hinge than other people who tried before them. Am I wrong? I mean, if I'm wrong, if you think I'm wrong, okay, respect. But all I see with the Galaxy Fold is they chose to use a plastic in the middle. They put plastic in the middle, and they put two phones together, right? They put two phones together. They put plastic in the middle instead of using two separate phones, two separate glasses, because they didn't want to show a hinge. I'll tell you what, that's a better design now than people laughed at before. I bet you if Samsung would have released a 6-point, think of this. Consider this. The same phone, right? Same phone with two glass displays. I bet you would rather have that hinge in the middle now. I would rather have two displays separated with a great hinge, two normal glass displays like that, with a fantastic hinge that they got without that plastic in the middle. Because I saw people saying, oh, it was a press kit and they didn't tell us not to peel it off, and some people made a mistake. But I get it. Samsung is not the first company to try to bring out something and it failed, or is failing in my eyes. This is not a good design, because a plastic display that folds over and over again, especially for the people that said, oh, they've been working on this for 5 years. Okay, that's a long time to bring out and send out the units to people, and then it's already messing up. It's not about the display peeling. One other thing is, some of those displays, one of them stopped working. I think it would have been a better design like Xiaomi or Huawei or even ZTE. I think those were better. Yeah, some of the people didn't peel it off and it still broke. Like one display, and again, I talked about that in another video. A couple of those companies, those units, one display just flat out stopped working, and the other one was working. It's just a matter of, is this going to be something that can be future proof? Like, there's never anything that's future proof because technology changes like every other day. But is this something that's going to be long term, that they won't get a lot of churn? So if you're in business and you took business 101, you know what churn is. They won't get a lot of churn, and there won't be a huge turnaround for the average consumers who are buying this. And according to everybody else, a lot of people, it's just for techies. I just don't buy that, man. Yeah, I'm not even trying to hear it. I want to read some of you guys' comments down here. Let's see, get the old bifocals out. I don't think that having that one device like they're trying to do is actually gonna work, because of this product right here. Now, I have, again, other tablets, but the iPhone or the iPad is the best option for a tablet, straight up and down. I'm serious. It's the best thing for a tablet. No other company has beat out Apple when it comes to tablets. It's just what it is. You can't find a better tablet. Performance, and the iPads in price now are kind of going down compared to what they did when they first released. But Apple's releasing the same products now and putting out different internals. But reality is, I can get a 2-year-old iPad and it'll still work better than nearly 90% of the Android tablets that are out there. Look at how Google tried to do this, and no one supported that product. I even had my money set aside for the latest Google tablet. When I saw that thing, I was like, I can't do it. I'd rather keep my old iPad, and it's going to run better than nearly all of these new Android tablets. For real. Give you a shout out. Shout out to Nicholas. Yep. Shout out to Nicholas. I'm just looking for some of y'all's questions, if you had any questions. I disagree that this phone is for tech enthusiasts, and not only did it always yeah, I mean, I don't think the Galaxy Fold is just for techies. I think that's a bunch of bogus bull crap. Those are just people making excuses, for whatever reason. And again, let me make this disclaimer. I have nothing against all the YouTube media, because I done rubbed elbows with the YouTube media in person multiple occasions. Nice people. They're doing their job, man. It's a job to them. They're doing their job. I'm gonna let them do their job, but I'm still gonna have my opinion about what's going on. That's just what it is, man. Shout out to France. I see you. What about the Mate X? I feel like the Mate X is probably gonna be the Mate X and the Xiaomi folding phone. Man, those guys are celebrating right now. They are celebrating right now because this is happening to them. And no press is worse than bad press. So the fact that Samsung's getting any press about this, you can rest assured that the other companies are sitting back laughing. They're laughing. They're like, man, I'm glad that didn't happen to me. There are many problems with the iOS tablets. I agree. There's some problems with the iOS tablets, but I don't have any. I've never had a problem with my iPad. Never. But some people end up, they end up do having some issues, and I hope that they get them fixed, and I hope that it works out for them. But the majority of the people who have an iPad, they're not having any problems. Yeah, that Jeff, that's actually on the retail units, and they're claiming that do not peel off was not on the press packet and the press kit. But reality is, if you, I just kind of, I'm not gonna comment on that anymore. I can't do it because, yeah, mm-mm. Folding phones are the future, right? Folding phones are the future. A lesson is to be learned from this. A couple things: you can't rush it. You don't want to rush it. You want to make sure you give a good design, and the plastic display set up the way Samsung's doing it appears not to be the best design. I think appreciate it, Rich. I just feel like it's going to take some time to get a person to drop their phone. Does that make sense? Do I think Apple improved the software on the iPads to utilize the power existing tablets? I think eventually they will. The iPads need a better multitasking. They don't even really have good multitasking. It's just the performance and value ratio with iPad is much better than any Android tablet, for real. That's just what it is. Yeah, Apple will improve on it, I guess. I don't really, if they do, they do. Um, but you can't do the basic things on an iPad. We wanted a file manager for the iPad. We got it. We don't even use it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it needs something to hold up to what Android does for multitasking. It's just not as good as multitasking on Android tablets. What is my favorite smartphone? Man, I have way too many, Nicholas. Right now, currently, one of them is the G8. Yeah. So, this talking about the Galaxy Fold, it isn't an attack on the media, the YouTube media cats. Hey, respect to them. Like I said, I met most of them in face to face several times. Nice people. They're doing their job. But what I don't appreciate or I don't like is when the media downplays these things about devices. For us, the first gen, bull crap. Samsung could have put a bigger display on the front. They could have put a bigger display on the front, and they should have thought about the design a whole lot better. Now what's going to happen is the people that are probably as excited about, let me ask you this question. In this live stream and on the replay crew, everybody take a second and say shout out to the replay crew. Replay crew, shout out to the replay crew. All right. In this live stream, though, and the replay crew, the question being is the fold, right? Do you honestly believe that the fold is something that you want to use regularly? Like, really, to get the gist of the phone, you got to open it up. You remember what this means? Oh, your money. You got to keep it open, really, to get the gist of using this thing. So why wouldn't you just buy a tablet? I know what you're going to say. Well, Jay, if I'm just using it for this, it's like this thick, man. It's like this thick. Are you going to want to keep opening it up just to send a good, comfortable text message? Because how many of you guys now are going to use a 4.5-inch display? Not very many. Get my glass, I can't see that. It's to me, a 4.5-inch display, I could make it work if I had to. But if the phone is huge, like, you know what? This is about the thickness of the Galaxy Fold right here. This is the thickness of the Galaxy Fold right here. It might feel like this too. If this is how big it is, and I got this little 4.5 display, it's funny they talk about, I've seen the same people talking about, oh, the bezels. That phone has huge bezels all around. Who is going to use a 4.5-inch display for regular usage? You're going to have to open it up just to send a comfortable text message, folks. That's what you're going to do. And I think what's going to happen is the Galaxy Note 10, folks, is right around the corner. Samsung better watch out. They better watch out because I'm just curious to see what's going to happen on April 26th. I want to see how many people that are not in the media spending this money on this phone. I really do. I do. I do. Comfortably, I don't want to open up a phone just to send a text message. A 4.5-inch display, it's decent. It's a good sized phone display, but not when you have huge bezels all around the entire thing. The Galaxy Note 10 is coming, folks, and the Galaxy Note 9 is getting even cheaper in price, lower in price. The Galaxy Note 10 hopefully is coming. All right. If Samsung brings out the Galaxy Note 10 in what, September, right? October, September, November, around there, August, somewhere around there. If they, okay, so let's just say the Fold is in production. You know where I'm going. I know you know where I'm going. The Fold is in production, right? It's been selling however it's been selling, right? The Galaxy Note 10 comes out in August, September, whatever. Don't you think that people are going to get rid of that Fold and possibly go to the Galaxy Note, which is tried and true? Or people are just not going to even buy the Fold and wait on the Note. I think I would probably have, I just don't see myself opening something. And remember, I had the Axon M, and just opening it was the only way really realistically that I could, use it, what I'm saying, comfortably. What's going on, Alvarado? I see. The Fold is beautiful. It's a beautiful looking phone. It's got 512 gigabytes of storage. It's got 12 gigs of RAM. It's got a banging processor in it. It doesn't have any kind of pen input. Phone tech at work, man. What's going on, man? I ain't seen you in a minute. What's going on? Salute. But the Galaxy Fold, see what Samsung could have done, they could have transitioned the Note line and turned it into the Galaxy Fold. That's what they could have done, because the Galaxy Fold with pen input, imagine opening it up and there's a slot that you can pull out for the pen. Imagine that. They could have transitioned it from the current Note to look like that. They chose not to. They chose not to. The Galaxy Note Folds, Roberto, could possibly be next. But already the Galaxy Note, they're talking about a light version and a regular version. You know what I'm saying? So this is going to be a situation where, okay, is the Fold going to succeed? I personally don't. Just be clear once again, I don't care how many they sell. The issue is that some consumers are going to be tricked into getting this thing, man. The resale value is probably not going to be good, and that's just the story of Android phones. Period. Android phones, for some reason, a lot of them function way better than iPhones, and the value is crazy. Okay. But yeah, man, I really feel like the Fold may be going in the right direction. Like, woo, it's the future or whatever. However, this isn't it. Like someone said at the beginning of this stream, and like I said in the video yesterday, go back to the drawing board. Go back to the drawing board. Humble yourself. Humble yourself. Don't let those pre-orders go out, man. Pull that back. Pull it back. Pull it back. Pull it back. Give the people their money back. If you took their money, hold it there. Think of a new design. This isn't going to work. This isn't going to work. Why do I think they shouldn't sit out the pre-orders? Because I just said, I don't think it's going to work. If in fact any consumers actually pre-ordered this thing, a couple of things happen. They spent $2,000 plus tax up front, and they got what they got. One thing I know consumers are going to do, they're going to compare it against, is it doing something better? I got this because remember now, the Galaxy Fold is supposed to make a person's life easier. So what they're going to do is they're going to compare it next to their phone that they're getting ready to trade in or didn't trade in. That's what they're going to do. They're going to start comparing and saying, well, it don't really do that much better. I like the 7.3 inch display when I fold it open, but I don't feel like folding this thing open every time just to send a text message without feeling like my hands is cramped on that 4.5 inch display. Man, this thing is thick. They're gonna put it next to their other phone. they're gonna put it next to their other phone, and they're gonna be like, wow, look how much thicker this thing is than my current phone. These are realistic things that people do. That's what people do. You start to compare. After you buy something, it's called buyer's remorse. It's called buyer's remorse. You start to compare next to Angel Food. Shout out, that's an old time subscriber right there, man. He remember that Angel Food cake. But you start to compare it next to what you comfortably have right now. You know, so that's one thing that's going to happen. A average consumer is going to swipe their credit card and pay 2 grand up front. Now, that's probably like 0.00001% of people who are going to do that. All right. The next 99.999% of people are going to finance it. They're gonna finance it, and they're gonna be paying $70 a month or whatever they're paying. And they're gonna ask themselves, and T-Mobile customers, you better get ready to put down 1,200, 1,300 bucks. Just get ready. Just get ready. Just get ready. T-Mobile customers, just get ready. Get ready. That second group of people are gonna finance it, and they're gonna be paying that big chunk of money per month, and they're gonna do the same thing. It's that ooh ah at the beginning. After that wears off, you're faced with reality. You're faced with reality. That's what you're faced with. You know? He said, let me read that comment. He said, I don't compare my Note phones to any other phone because the Notes in another category alone. See, so yeah, probably somewhere of 700 to 800 down payment. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. So if you leave the fold in your back pocket and then sit on it, how long the hinges hold up? I don't even think the hinges will hold. I think if you put that in your back pocket, because there's a large group of people that actually put phones in their back pocket when I'm walking through the grocery store or something like that. I see predominantly younger folks, nothing against those millennials, but I see people putting phones in their back pocket. I see people sitting down on their phones. And, if you sit down more than likely on the Galaxy Fold, it's probably going to break. It's probably going to break. I mean, I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I'm just assuming just by the way it's built. I don't have any hands-on time with it. You know what I'm saying? So, what's going on? What's going on? Mill Hustles, I see you, man. Yeah, some kind of protection. $80 installment plan. Man, let me tell you something. That's going to be one of the most expensive phones that people finance. I'm telling you. I'm looking for some of y'all comments right here. Why didn't I get the Honor Note 10? I didn't get the Honor Note 10 because, well, it was huge. And I felt like there were other big phones that I wanted to grab. That's all. Nothing bad about the Honor Note 10. It seems like it was a great phone. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah. So I got to ask the question. What do I think about the Motorola Razr concepts? I don't know. I don't know. I would rather have that type of fold, and there you go. Once again, I would rather have a phone that fold open like a flip phone with a wide display. Consider that. Consider them making a phone that's like this, that's almost a little bit taller, that folds. That would have been a better design, more than likely, probably. Who knows? We don't know because no one's done it yet. But spectacular gadgets. I see you stopping by. What's going on? But I got a question for everybody out there in this particular stream, and once again, the replay crew. Raise your hand if you're not a techie. All right, you're not a techie, and you're gonna order the Galaxy Fold. Mill Hustles, appreciate the love. I gotta know who's buying this phone. The notes are coming in. If you're buying this, I really want to know. Yeah, it's a lot of people. It's Just Wallace. What's going on? Appreciate the super chat. The Note 10 is around. It's a lot of. Oh, okay, so there's one person. Sammy Danko says I'm. I guess he's saying I'm. Max Carter says he's buying it. Sammy says he's thinking about it. There's people. It's a large, rich folk. There's a large number of people. Let me see something here. Okay, so Ben Hill says, why are you saying the Fold is a waste of money? In my opinion, spending money on tricking out your Dodge or even buying a Dodge is a waste of money. Here's the difference. First, I respect your opinion, because I think you were saying something like this in the comments of another video. I respect your opinion. I appreciate your comment. Appreciate your super chat. Now, the reason that the Galaxy Fold, to me, and it's not so much I'm saying it's a waste of money. It's not a smart purchase. It holds no value. So if I put some money into my Dodge or one of my Mopars, I definitely can make some money back when I sell that. The idea of that's kind of a bad comparison. Bring it. You should bring it down a little bit more because if I put something in a car, cars can gain value after they sit for a little bit. You buy this $2,000 cell phone. Okay, well, I guess this guy Ben just have something against Dodges. I guess I don't know, or he doesn't know anything about cars. I guess I don't know. But that's not a good comparison because if you buy a cell phone like this for 2 grand and it sits for 5 years, no one's going to want it. You might be able to get $20 for it. In return, though, if I put a Whipple supercharger on one of my cars and I spend 7 grand on it and it sits, the miles are low, it's still in pristine condition, I'm guaranteed to make more money, hands down. So if that doesn't make sense to you, then I don't know what to tell you. But comparing a phone to a car is kind of blah. You're trying to indirectly take a shot, but it's cool, man. Tech on a budget. What's going on, man? I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate it. The screen is going to be really bad, plastic. I mean, consider that, I appreciate Ben trying to manipulate the situation a little bit. I appreciate it, but that's a bad example. You buy a $2,000 phone, it's going to drop in resale. Consider this. The Galaxy Note 9 came out and it was already online for like $300 less when it was brand new, just released. Come on, think about that. The Galaxy Fold is not going to be any different. No one is going to spend $2,000 on this phone, and then when they decide to sell it in a couple of months, they're going to make $2,000 back. Wait, unless it's an iPhone. Because iPhones release, and then people sell them for more on the day of release. And you know what? They sell for some reason. That's the story of Android, man. That's the story of Android. And then you couple together a folding plastic phone and think somebody's going to buy that again? No way. Not going to happen. Not going to happen, folks. When Apple brings out a folding, I think Apple's actually scared. I think Apple's actually scared to take risks like that. So maybe if you bought a Mercedes, but all cars, no matter how much you trick out and depreciate, it's just, yeah, I don't think you don't really, Mercedes, to me, I could have a Mercedes. I don't want one because they actually don't hold the value unless it's an AMG. If you know what an AMG is, those models of the Mercedes hold some value. But I'm telling you from a fact, there's plenty of cars. My 76 Oldsmobile that I purchased, why is that car selling for 20 grand? Why is it selling for 20 grand? And brand new, it only sold for like 2,900. Just a thought. Think about that. What if you need to replace the top layer? Yeah, and see, these are legitimate questions that people are asking. What if just the screen rips? How much is that going to cost? How much is that going to cost? That's going to be horrible. All cars become classic. Ben, what is your fascination with cars, man? You like cars? My other channel is 392 Silver Bullet. Be sure to join me over there. But these examples are bad. I guess you're trying to hone in on what you think I like, but hey, I'm telling you, all cars become classics after how many years? Since you're an expert, Ben, I know that everybody should know the answer to this. If you like cars, it's a classic after how many years? Even if a car is not a classic, it depends on who's buying the car. There's a buyer for everything. People don't pick the cars pick them. I've sold cars and made money off of them without even trying because that person wanted the car. Again, it's a bad example. Tech is a whole nother thing. Tech loses value, especially Android phones. They lose value way too fast. Why is that? Consider Samsung has tablets, right? So instead of Samsung trying to make a folding phone, they should be pushing their tablets because they make some great tablets. Why not push that? Why not do something with that? Also, you remember 4 years back, I think it was, when Samsung had that, they pulled out, remember they were giving a demo of what they thought they were going to do? Remember when they pulled it out like that, and the screen on the tablet rolled out? Remember that little infomercial they made, and it rolled out? That would have been a better example of something going on than what they got going on right now. Yeah, it would have been a better example. That would have been something good that they wanted to do. I gotta hit the road, man. I got a meeting I gotta go to. So I appreciate you guys, all 200 plus of you guys, taking time out of your day to hang out with me. Much appreciated. Just wanted to talk some more about the Galaxy Fold, man. It's gonna be a hit amongst a lot of people. Some people are gonna buy it. The majority of the people are not gonna buy it. It's not even now. People don't spend more than 500 on a phone in the real world. Let's be realistic. So the Galaxy Fold, if it succeeds, great. If it doesn't, who cares? The Galaxy Note 10 is something that I'm excited about. The Galaxy Fold, we all know, overpriced. Totally not worth it in my opinion. And that's just what it is. Appreciate Super Chat there on the way out there, Vinny. I appreciate it, Vinny. But yeah, man, you guys have a good day. Again, I appreciate you guys taking time out of your day. And we'll do more live streams on the cuff like this on the fly when I have time. But I really appreciate it, Versatile. Yeah, I think that's what it says. I got my glasses. I appreciate you guys. So there's a few people in this stream that are actually buying the product. I appreciate you guys being honest. Let me know how you enjoy it. But I don't think the average consumer is going to kick out $2,000. Yeah, not going to happen. Nope. Because the average household income is what? You guys know? Anybody know the real quick history lesson? Economy. You guys took economics in class. Do you know the average household income, like take home? Anybody know the answer to that? Anybody know the answer? I know it. For those that are still hanging around, anybody know the answer? You way too high. That 43,000, that's way too high. Tony is I think that's about 22 or something right now. You guys, man, take home for the average consumer is not 43, not 50. That's way too high. It's more like people are making 24 or 28 or less. Yeah, 2,000. There you go. There you go. Right there. Versatile, 2,000. Most people, I mean, the complete household is bringing home $2,000 a month, before taxes. So drop that way down to like 24,000 a year. That's the majority of the world. That's the majority of the world. You see, so when you start to talk about these phones, start to consider that. The majority of the world is about 24,000. It's just, you research it for yourself. Yeah, a month they're grossing about $2,000, 773. Yeah, it's yeah. No reason to. I guess, man. Some of you guys need to go stand in the corner and take time out. Go love yourself, man. For all you people who don't love yourself, go love yourself. Congratulations on making $75,000 a year. Good job. Nice work. Yeah. Some of you guys need to go love yourselves, man. Go give your wife a hug or your girlfriend a hug, fellas. Or just go out and do something you love. It's your man Jay. I am out. I appreciate you guys.